All right, let's talk about understanding the severity of your medical condition. I want to make sure I tell this to everybody right out the gate. I'm not a doctor. Shocker. I'm not a doctor. I'm an attorney whose primary practice is Social Security disability. A few times I've posted videos about different medical conditions, and I've had a few very colorful comments about people who basically told me I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, because what was happening was they were focusing on my example, but they weren't focusing on the context of my example. And you were like, well, what do you mean by the context? I've said this to people before, and I'm going to say it again here now. Every medical condition has degrees of severity, meaning you have a mild, think about it like this. Every case you can think of has a mild condition, and then there is a severe condition, and then there's a range in between. So a lot of times when I'm talking about very specific conditions, and I'm kind of giving you some examples, a lot of times, and this is where I get it, this is where I've talked about where I tell people stop focusing on the diagnosis, focus on the severity. The reason why I stress this is because a lot of times when I'm giving these examples, there are persons out there who will sit here and say, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, because clinically when you have this, this, and this, this, and this, and I always tell people, let me be blunt when I say this, okay? Don't take the wrong way. I'm not telling you I'm a doctor and I'm going to sit here and give you all of the specific severities and nuances of every medical condition out here. What I am saying is this, okay? It doesn't matter what condition you have. Under the regs, just because under the majority of the regs, the majority of medical conditions you have does not automatically guarantee you disability benefits. And when I say this, the diagnosis itself. Now you're sitting here going, you don't understand. Well, yes, actually, I do understand. If somebody says you have cancer, a lot of people would say, I got cancer, man. The regulation says I should be found disabled. But there is the variety of different degrees of cancer. There's people who have stage 1 and then stage 4, which stage 4 tends to mean terminal is right around the corner. There are people who are diagnosed with cancer. This is the thing that's fascinating. You never hear people say, I have been cured of my cancer. No, it's usually I am cancer in remission, which typically lets persons know that your severity of your cancer is of such that it's very, very mild because there's no cancer present in your system. But you're never considered to be cured of cancer. A lot of medical conditions out there you have that you're never considered to be cured of. You're not technically considered to be cured of diabetes. Once they diagnose you with diabetes, you're not cured of diabetes. If you've been diagnosed with high blood pressure, you're not cured of high blood pressure. Now, your blood sugars may be so low that it's controlled. Your blood pressure may be so low that it's controlled. Keep those thoughts in the back of your mind. I know you're probably saying, why are you stressing this? I said, because when you come and you watch my videos, there are countless people who will sit here and they'll go through all my videos and they have their own specific conditions and they want to go and see what I have to say about those conditions and then get angry because their condition is much more severe than what I have articulated in the video. Recognize everybody's condition is different. Some people may not have all of the classical signs of a particular type of condition. There's a reason why you see diabetes and there's non-insulin dependent and insulin dependent. There's a reason why you see different ranges of severity, meaning every condition typically has additional things attached to it to let you know how severe it is. I say this to say this. I am not a doctor. So I don't want any of you, and I know a lot of people watch my videos over the years, so I try to be straightforward so that you know what's going on. So please don't use this as a platform to slam me on all the medical nuances that I don't properly address, especially for those of you out there who know your own condition, who've been educated quite extensively by your doctors and by your own independent research. I'm not going to say that. I am going to tell you this. that just because you have a particular condition, and I always tell people all the time, do not allow yourself to be swayed, educated, moved, or have yourself be locked into the belief that your condition satisfies the criteria because somebody else is telling you because they were successful based on their knowledge and their condition themselves. Everybody's facts are different. Everybody's decision makers are different. Everybody's circumstances are different. So just because this person has something that may appear to be very similar to yours, and I say this, and please don't think I'm being stank when I say this. I don't care what nobody says. Very few people that I've run across have an intimate knowledge of every page of their medical records. And when I say that, people get annoyed. Like, you don't know that. I'm like, you're right. I don't know you. I don't know you. I'm not going to say that there's not people out there who don't have a copy of their file and have read it cover to cover. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that the average person does not have that knowledge. So it's actually unfair to try to extrapolate to somebody else and say, they don't know what they're talking about because this is what I found in my situation. Remember, it was your situation. One of the things Social Security is a case-by-case basis. Understand that every diagnosis has a degree of severity. Appreciate what yours is. And if you don't, make sure you get with someone who educates you about what yours is.